to another episode of Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is an amazing woman. In fact, when I start by using the word amazing in the beginning of a program, I should be saying that for all the women that I meet. This young woman, I met her when she was a little tyke, and her mom and dad owned a beautiful furniture store in Vancouver called Red Rose Furniture. And just the name itself sort of gave you that feeling of warmth and a beautiful place. And it was a very lovely place. Her name, and the name of the store, of course, Red Rose Furniture, Mom and Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Pawa, and she is Lalli Pawa, our woman in focus today. Lalli, you're most welcome in our program. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. Thank you for having me today.
So, Red Rose Furniture, a place that the Indian community sort of knew so well, because your mom and dad were one of the first ones to bring quality furniture into the lower mainland.
I think way back then, our community was small.
Yes.
And we were all so close-knit.
Yes.
And yes, they were the first to bring this furniture to our community and have that communication, yeah.
So did you guys, because mom and dad both were at the store,
yeah.
Did you guys have to spend a lot of your time at the store? Or?
A lot, a lot. And it was second nature to go to, even as young kids, to be salespeople, to help with the promotion, or Boxing Day was a big thing, or that week, and we were all little salespeople. And my brother continues to be in the furniture industry. Yes.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful. So he's carried on with the...
Yes.
Now, as a child, with such a loving, beautiful family and coexisting, doing business, and your little childhood tricks on mom and dad, how was it? How was growing up in Vancouver?
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
We were very fortunate, and as I said, we were the few families in the beginning that were all here, that we all interacted, whether we went to, Gurdwara together, we did kirtans at each other's homes. We all helped each other. Everyone knew each other. It was beautiful. What a beautiful childhood.
Yeah, and knowing people of your own community, and without any pretexts and pretenses, it was. I felt at home very quickly, because I came in the 70s, and it was the community that quickly adopted me.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
You were here, you were one of us.
Yes.
We're together.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, were you born here?
I actually was born in India, but I came here when I was 9 months old.
Wow. So you were almost born here.
Almost.
Yeah. So your childhood, your entire childhood was here.
Yes.
And how was it? Growing up in Vancouver?
Yes. So I grew up in East Vancouver.
Right.
And, did all my schooling here, and again, very tight-knit with the community. And my parents were so wanted to stay close with the culture, whether it was the culture, the religion, the spiritual aspect, community. It was so important to be for us to attend every event, every Diwali, Vaisakhi, to make sure that we participated.
In everything.
Yes.
To be a very cohesive sort of existence, right? And I know in many events, your parents donated and participated.
It was a big they have given us a big example to kind of follow, to be part of that, and giving back to the community and donating. Yes. Right.
Now, how many in the family?
I have 2 siblings. I have an older sister, a younger brother.
Right.
One of my sisters passed away in a car accident.
Right.
I have 2 children myself.
Oh.
They're not children anymore, but...
They're grown-ups.
Actually, today is my daughter's 27th birthday.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. And my son will be 25 now. So.
Isn't that just beautiful? I'm going to come to the marriage part. I want to come to the to the growing up part. I want to come to the part where You are an accomplished dancer. I've known you from, Rangila Dance School days. But I wanted to find out the interest in dance. Was it Bollywood or was it
100% Bollywood.
100% Bollywood?
100% Bollywood.
Yeah.
And, and also my mother.
Yes.
My mother loves dance, music, all of that. So
Right.
I think that was a big influence. But if we didn't watch the movies
Yes.
every weekend,
Yes.
back to back, and the influence that Amitabh Bachchan had in my life, I don't think I would have got interested. But I started learning dance, classical Indian dance,
Yes.
at age 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who, do you remember your first teacher?
Alka Goyal.
Wow. Beautiful. And Alka learned classical dancing from Nimi Bali.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And it was, and then, so was it Bharatnatyam or Kathak?
Bharatnatyam. I learned Bharatnatyam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kathak was the other style that became quite popular with the khares and all that. And yeah, you're right. That time was beautiful.
So
Kids
nice.
wanted to learn dancing, and our boys wanted to go into sports, and so on and so forth. Now, when you were growing up in school, how was it for you? Was it a comfortable transition into Western culture? Was it a little, because parents were very Indian, right?
Very strict.
Yeah.
Very, right?
Yes.
We weren't allowed to
Date.
date or
Yes.
parties or
Yes.
anything. Everything was quite structured. But it was still supportive at home.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, wonderful memories.
Right.
It wasn't like restrictive, very different
But you
than
knew.
now.
I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't that they had to tell you, you can't go out and date anybody.
Right.
It was like understood.
Right.
Wasn't it? I mean, it was like second nature.
Right. And there was no, argument about
Yes.
it. There was no unrest at
Yeah.
home or wanting to do certain things. I think our passions were supported.
Right.
Like my dance.
Yeah. I want to come and talk to you about the dance and Rangila Dance School and you meeting the father of your children. But let's take a short commercial break and come back. Lalli Pawa is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our Woman in Focus today is Lalli Pawa. So Lalli, how did you get your name?
Well, it's a story
Yeah.
that you may have even heard.
Yes.
So my buaji,
Yes.
Manjeet's mom,
Yes.
she named me Lalli.
Ah.
But my legal name is not Lalli.
No, it isn't?
It is
No,
not.
okay, what is it? Do we want to talk about it?
Well, we can.
Yes, yes.
It's my legal name is Sheila.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so, but you go by Lalli?
I only go by Lalli. I used Sheila in school.
Okay.
After university, I felt like I'm Lalli. I should use Lalli. So that was my pet name.
Yeah.
But it's not in my documents at
Okay, I see.
all. So my buaji named
Yeah.
Lalli.
Yeah. So now your Puaji is Minnie's mom.
Yeah. Yeah, Minnie's mom.
Dr. Minnie's mom. Okay.
It's a small world, right?
It's a small world, yes. So, so Lalli was interested in dance, got involved in a dance school, career went ahead. How did you get involved in the legal system? So you are the executive director of the South Asian Legal Clinic of British Columbia. Give me the story of that.
Well, I've been in the legal sector now for over 20 years.
Wow.
And how I got there is a journey.
And it's an interesting one.
It really is.
Yes.
I myself had to go through the legal process.
Right.
And I spent a lot of money on lawyers and
Right.
pay. I'm not a lawyer.
No.
I'm not a lawyer. My background is in business, education,
Right.
but not in law.
No.
But when I had to start my own legal
Journey,
matter,
yeah.
I spent over 20 years ago
Wow.
almost $100,000
Wow.
in trying to resolve a family matter
Right.
that still wouldn't get resolved.
Right.
And then I decided that I'm going to fight it myself.
Mm.
And I fired my lawyers
Mm.
and I said, I'm going to learn.
Mm.
And I'm going to pick up the Family Law Act, the Divorce Act, and I'm going to read and I'm going to study. And I fought my own Supreme Court case myself in court.
Wow.
And I got some recognition, and I got offered a job with not this organization, another organization way
Right.
back then, to help lead more public legal education
Right.
classes and information sessions
Mm-hmm.
to make more people aware about the system.
And also the family law, because it's the most misunderstood law, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
And it keeps changing
Yeah.
too. So that's how I shifted into that and into nonprofit and to educating people.
Right.
And it grew from there. And that became another why of mine.
Right.
In addition to dance and in addition to just
Yeah.
helping people.
Right. But you know, Lalli, there's always a catalyst in your life that drives you to a certain path. And you took that chance, and you looked at yourself and you looked at all the other women and men who go through this very difficult time in their lives when they have to separate from their spouses. And to make it easier for them, whatever you've done, that's commendable. So then how did you get involved with South Asian Legal Clinic?
So it's a new clinic.
Yes.
It's something that we just opened up our offices. I've only been starting a year and a half ago
With
in
them?
this role, yes.
Right.
And we only opened up our office this year.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And it was virtual before, a lot of
Right.
online help.
Because of COVID. And all
COVID,
that.
yes, everything went on online during that time. But now we are based in Surrey, and we have lawyers, we have advocates, we have a legal assistant to serve clients all the time.
Now, when you say it's assisting people, so is it, you said lawyers are involved in it as well. So is the cost less for people?
It's free,
It's free.
100% free.
Oh my God.
We are funded by the government and
Yes.
other foundations, so there's no fee to anybody.
So if people are going through a difficult time in their life and need help, they can always
They
come
should
to you
call
guys.
us, yeah.
And-
any kind of legal issue, they should call us first.
And then maybe go into, figure out what they want to do. So under this umbrella, what all is involved?
Well, firstly, somebody has to identify themselves as South Asian.
Okay.
And that is, now that could mean anything for a lot of people, right?
Right, yes.
And it doesn't mean you're from India, it doesn't mean you're an immigrant, it doesn't mean you are, it could be, if you identify as South Asian, you qualify for
Okay.
our service.
Okay.
The other thing, there are some income requirements too,
Right.
right?
Right.
If you are very wealthy,
Yes.
you will not get our service.
No.
Being a free service.
Right.
And then that's it. You
Yeah.
tell us what you need, and then we'll be able to see how much we can help you in-house, how much we can refer out to other lawyers, and if we can help you at all.
Yes.
But I encourage people to start from there. Call
Right.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're going to put the telephone number on the screen so that if people want
Sure,
to
yes.
talk to you guys, they can. I want to talk a little bit about your life as a mother as well. You know, you've got two beautiful kids, and your passion for helping people. Let's take a very short commercial break and come back.
Great.
Lalli Pawa is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We're going to be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Lalli Pawa is our Woman in Focus today. So Lalli, South Asian Legal Clinic of British Columbia, I know that you do family law. What about some people would, I mean, I always ask South Asian community, have you got your will done? No, we're not that rich to do a will. So they are so misguided as far as that is concerned.
100%.
Don't you think so?
Oh, yes. Wills don't take a lot of money.
No.
And they are so essential for everyone to get done. We do free wills for people.
Okay.
And we've been doing them for women, we're doing them for seniors, we're doing them for anyone that
Should
qualifies.
everybody have a will?
100%.
Why?
Well, first of all, your wishes are in a document, and that is important. And we should do that when we have our wits anyway.
Okay, so say for example, I have nothing. I am a woman who looks after the house. I have a happy family. I've got a couple of kids. Why do I need a will?
Well, you have a house? no?
Yes.
So do you have any desires where that house should be, or who should it be gone to?
Yeah, well, if I die before my husband, he will look after it.
But what if no one ever does anything? And
Yeah.
then how does anyone know? How do your kids know what your
No.
wishes are?
Okay.
So it's in a document. Plus, there are other implications like tax or other things that you can avoid. Why pay the government if you can actually get that organized and have
Right.
it all in paper? It is best if you have it all written.
Right, and do it properly legally.
Yes.
When a couple are in a relationship and it goes southways, they women usually sort of keep quiet about it and just continue their lives, no matter how miserable they are. What is the message that we are trying to give out here today?
I find people are separating more and now a little bit more complicated. But now, and the community is not the focus that's driving
Anymore.
people. Yeah.
Thank God for that.
It's true.
Yes.
But it gets more complicated because there's a lot of mixed families and children are like having, step parents and a whole set of different grandparents. But that's why even more so things have to be documented too.
Right, right. Now, you talked about your two kids, and as a mother, all parents have aspirations for their kids. What sort of aspirations do you have of your children?
I want them to be wonderful human beings,
Yes.
which they are.
Yes.
They are amazing. In their late 20s now, doing well. My daughter is a teacher in London, UK.
Yeah.
My son is my baby and still home with me, even though he's like way towering over me. But other than being happy and being wonderful humans,
Yes.
I think that's all we can
Happy.
ask for. Yeah,
Happy people.
Yeah, and they are.
Yeah, that's very good. What do you have chalked out for yourself for the next 5 years?
Well, this clinic is now my baby.
Yes.
And I am focusing very hard in getting it established. And I think one of our visions is to be the first point of contact for our community
Right.
if they have any legal issue.
Right.
That without doubt, they call up our number and phone us first and see what help they can get. And next 5 years, that is my focus.
That's beautiful. Now, as far as a person who is so interested in the legal system, how many different countries' legal systems have you observed or been influenced by?
It's so funny, like when I travel, and I travel quite a bit.
Yes.
I like to see if there's any temples for sure. But
Right.
the other place I want to go see are the courthouses. I'm so fascinated about what a courthouse would look in a different country or a different state.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to go visit. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But, and I could be biased, but our justice system here in Canada
Yes.
is really good.
Really?
I do feel that way, and
Yeah.
I'm biased, I think, but I feel like, it changes, it adapts.
Oh,
it,
yes.
With
the times.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it gives people the leeway to change with it, right? And because culturally we are so different, do you think that cultural nuance is also looked into the legal system or has been woven into the legal system?
It could be better.
Yes.
It definitely could be better.
Well, Lalli, I've always thought about sitting and talking to you. And when I found out when we were at Sindhuvi's event, it was just such an amazing event to see a South Asian woman doing a clean comedy and relating to each person who was sitting in that
I know.
auditorium, right?
What a laugh. It was wonderful.
And kudos to you for starting South Asian Legal Clinic of British Columbia and being the executive director of that.
Thank you. I do want to add that in addition to this, I haven't left dancing.
Oh, you still dance?
I still dance. I
Do you
still
teach dance?
I still teach. And it is, I think, the highlight of my week.
It's the integral part of your life, eh? So still a little bit influenced by Bharatanatyam or all Bollywood?
I have a tinsy bit of Bharatanatyam, more Bollywood, a lot of Bhangra, the whole bit, right? But
I'm going to put all those pictures up.
yes,
Will you send them to me?
I will.
Thank you for being our Woman in Focus today.
Thank you so much.
Lalli Pawa has been our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.